passes over 40 yards down the field. What the hell are you talking about? What you talking about, man? The MEAC is much more deep. Man, first of all, before I forget, see, this is the difference from having a coach than having a motivational speaker and playing his son.
I give you that.
It's a difference. Man, look, please, people. Y'all know damn well Deion couldn't coach. And see, I told you and Mr. Ford, the reason I told y'all the first time, the reason I believe that the SWAC, I believe they felt a little, I think it was some inside stuff going on. I really do believe that. And then Buddy Pugh job was up. I'm not saying that's the reason that Deion just can't coach, but he was out coached those two previous Celebration Bowls. And when people talking about the MEAC so much more physical, I knew that was bullshit. I know that the people in the SWAC, they were just happy about winning the SWAC. Deion was just happy about winning the SWAC. He didn't know nothing about the HBCU culture. He didn't care nothing about the Black National Championship. He wasn't thinking about that. You have to think outside the box to understand how these people think.
Right.
I knew you were gonna get I knew they were gonna get the ass. You're gonna get a double ass whooping.
Now,
what that fool was talking about.
I'm gonna tell you. No, hold on. Let me tell you this, Uncle Willie. Don't get me wrong. I was kind of nervous this morning because it you know what I'm saying? This is why I say it put us in that same situation like when Deion took the team over, when he remade the whole roster for the fall season of 2021. Mm-hmm. We didn't know, but like I could say this. I knew how Shedeur was going to be, but we didn't know how the whole team was going to be 2 years ago. So in their last season, you know, it's still roster turnover, and then I'm like, we don't know how it's going to be now because Aubrey was left, and you know everybody else was gone or transferred or graduated, and then we got more people coming in, and I'm like, come on, we don't know, like. I'm just telling.
Well, I know what you say. I know what you saying, Doc. But see, you got to look at the caliber players they were.
Yeah,
they wasn't no just run of the mill players. Just like she loves thee, keeps bringing up. These players were 4 and 5 fucking star players before they came to an HBCU. They dropped them down to 2 and 3 stars. I'm looking at all this. I'm really paying attention to all this. I'm paying attention. Seven McGee, unfortunately, he was a little banged up. He's the truth. These people that they got are the truth. They ain't no joke. All 3 of those quarterbacks. I like Philip Short myself. All 3 of those quarterbacks. Look, man. I know people want to say the right thing, but I'm gonna say it again.
Yeah.
Shedeur was just he was better than the average SWAC quarterback. He was a good quarterback. I'm saying he's a pretty good quarterback. I think he would have progressed better if he had stayed. But he's not one of them boys at Tennessee. He's not one of them boys in the SEC. He ain't that. Y'all really need to understand this now. He's not that. He takes too long to make his decision. You seen how Jason Brown made his decision, how he started clicking, putting the ball on a dime every time.
Oh yeah. I think I'm gonna tell you like this. I think once Jason got through with that first drive, when he got on the sideline, when he came on for the second drive, I think he kind of settled himself down. I seen some jittery feet. I seen jittery feet in the game. The first half. But other than that, he settled down. He was just slanging it. Like he was slanging it.
See, now Jason Brown is not really a mobile quarterback. He's more of a pocket pass. But it seemed like Carolina blitzed every defensive down they had in that first half because they knew he was going to throw. They either run blitz, they ran blitz, or they just straight out blitzed. It seemed like every down, and that's how they got him a couple of times. But that was the first game jillers. But see, I can remember all the haters. So I can remember all this BS talk. How you gonna do this and you don't know how your team? But I look at the players. Look at their upside. I live around here in Jackson, so I go around there and see them hit up. So I can see things. And just knowing how the universe works. Those players that we got in, they trying to prove a point. They trying to prove a point.
Yeah, I like Dr. Strong what he said. This way he said Jason Brown got the smarts and he could read coverages from him coming from FBS, but it's just still the same. It's the same thing that for one, he has experience playing quarterback. I mean, playing big time football. He has experience playing in FCS. But the other thing is the maturity, because Jason is like 24, 25 years old. Like he has that maturity, like to say settle down. Like it was like looking at it. If y'all watch the game, right? If you watching from the if you watching from the couch like we were, okay. That dude drew off the defense, that defensive line. He drew them off sides. Probably like
about 4 or 5
times in the game.
Yeah.
By voice deflection. Like the dude was polished.
This is something that the players can go 4 years of college and 2 years in the pro and won't learn what he was doing tonight. Yeah. I agree, Doc. I agree. My son played quarterback. Yeah.
My mom is on. She on live right now. She in the chat room, y'all. My mom is in the chat room. If y'all watched the video, y'all watched that video while I was at the game last night when I seen that girl get pushed to oblivion. The woman that was in the gray shirt, that was my mother. And if I did not hold my mother's hand, or if I didn't hold my mother down, and if I let her go, it'd have been a whole different story.
That's a blessing.
Push, if y'all seen that video, y'all seen that video right there. Miss Bree pushing that girl to the gulag. That's how Jackson State did South Carolina State tonight.
Wait a minute, Carolina is not no bad team. They pretty good. They probably end up winning the MEAC.
Not if Corey Fields playing like that.
Man, Jackson State made him play like that. That defense made him play. Man, that defensive line is a hell. That defensive line ain't no joke. Them niggas ain't no. I'm gonna tell you where they weak at. They weak at linebacker. They weak at linebacker, but they gonna come along. That defensive line ain't no joke. Then they got depth. I'm trying to tell you. I bet you if they don't win it, they gonna finish second. They are a pretty good team. That's why I disagree with your last caller. They are a pretty good team. Jackson State made them look like that. Just like them haters will want us to go and play a pro team. And that's how a pro team will make us look. Yeah, them haters, because they're going to move the goalposts back every week up until the last season. And so why don't you go play the Saints? That's how those haters, Jackson State made them look like that. They and don't look at those play calls. Look at, you seen those play. Now, a lot of them didn't develop because, I guess, first game jitters. But you see how the misdirection, dragging that H back all the way across the defense, great man-to-man search coverage.
I love that. Having DJ Stevens going in motion and that drew him outside the first time right there. That drew the defense out the first time.
They were completely outclassed, outcoached, and outplayed. The reason that Slime won is people. If you have a roster where 22 of your players is better than you got 22, you got a whole depth of roster. You have to set people out. You have to set about 10 or 15 people out every game just to see if just to let everybody play. That's how he was winning. But when you have a coach, he ain't got to have but people with heart. If he got a team with heart, he can motivate those players to play and beat the giant. You seen what David did in biblical days, right? Yep. And he was a child. So if you got that motivation, you can move mountain. Jackson State made them play like that. Now watch them go kick everybody else butt. Watch and see what I tell you. Jackson State made them play like that. FAMU, they gonna put 60 on your behind. Cause y'all been talking it all year. They gonna put 60 on you.
I'm gonna tell you.
They gonna get that extra point.
I'm gonna tell you.
I'm gonna let somebody else get on here. Let Mr. Ford come on here. I got to get on off. I want to listen to you.